Just really proud of this team. We started off a little bit slow today, but I thought we picked up our energy. We had 5 people in double figures. I thought we led by Kylie, had her first career double-double, which is so awesome. She's been playing so well, and just really been just a spark for us, even in the beginning of the game. Just really proud of our seniors again this night, and today is to honor them. So Ebo and Dara, they did a lot of things that was super special to the team before the game, and I always love being a part of these type of moments, honoring 2 gifted young women that have done so much for me and so much for the program. So I'm excited about this win, and excited for this next matchup on Sunday.
Tremendous balance and depth of balance. Can you speak a little further to that? And then also, I was sequencing, you brought Cass and Nat in before KK, which was unusual. Is there anything to that, or are you just exploring more combinations?
Yeah, KK was, she was getting her ankle retaped or something like that, so I was kind of waiting for her. But I thought Cass came in and did a great job. We were down 8, and she came in and just really changed the game with her defense, and got some deflections and some incredible defensive activity. So, but that was what I was waiting on. She was getting her ankle retaped.
Then Kylie, how much, I mean, it's like there's a separation between when the season starts and then in season. How much, because it seems like you playing a second season in terms of improvement. What are you doing in season that's contributing to right now?
Mainly just focusing on my mental game, and especially that comes from like just getting more shots up, but a lot of just me working on being better at like self-talk and stuff like that. And I feel like that's being surrounded by the girls that I'm so close with, like they've really helped me too. They're on just having them believe in me, and I'm surrounded by so many great people that they've made it easy for me. So
really, the spin cycle in motion.
Pretty watch. Yeah. I tend to spin a lot, if you couldn't tell by that.
Good. Coach Ivey, you kind of touched on this in your opening statement. You know, you guys didn't start out the way you wanted, down 8-0 early and called timeout and looked like a different, team. Was there anything specific you kind of changed or told the team in that timeout, or was it just a matter of kind of resetting mentally and, restarting the game?
Yeah, I think it was a reset mentally. We got some good looks. My goal was to go inside early. First 3 touches, I think, were in the paint, but we had no offensive rebounds, so we're kind of like one and done. So I kind of talked about that, executing and crashing the boards, and then obviously our defense giving up 8 quick points. I talked to them about just locking in defensively, change a little bit of rotation, and I think that worked. But again, I just think sometimes it's like that, the emotion of being a senior night, and they came out on fire. We had to adjust, so I'm just happy we adjusted early and turned the table.
Kind of hallmark for you guys this year has been, adjusting that defense throughout the game, be it, 1-3-1 or 2-3 zone, blue man. What advantages do you think gives you to kind of make sure teams see something different almost every time they come down the court when you're on defense?
Yes, I really am a believer of just, like you said, adjusting the defense, trying to throw teams off with different defensive schemes. When I have 3 big lineup, we're really big, and I thought that helped. We extended our zone, picked up full court with our press. So I like adjusting and throwing teams off, not staying in one thing too long, because I think that's hard to scout.
How much of that is your personnel, just having players like KK, players like Cass that can, guard 1 through 4, 1 through 5, and you can use them in any sort of way depending on, who you're matched up against?
Yeah, it's hard to scout. Again, like we have a lot of versatility with our defense. I have a lot of size at times. You'll see some lineups with, like you mentioned, KK, Cass, Sony, Liv, bigger guards. Maddie can play 1 through 4, and so can KK. So I try to utilize that versatility, and I think it's been very helpful this season.
And then Kylie, for you, as far as the execution side of that, as you guys are a very communicative team, how much does that play into being able to figure out sort of defensive schemes on the fly and play at that?
Yeah, one thing about this team is we're really, really close off the court. I think that plays a big role in how we play on the court, and just kind of getting at this point of the season, knowing how each other plays, but also just feeling comfortable to talk to each other, and especially on defense with the quick changes of what we do.
And then with Lauren being out for a couple of games, she's kind of seamlessly transitioned back in. And your play hasn't dropped off either with the return of her, it kind of like spiked when she went out a little bit. How's it been kind of working her back in? And what's, I guess, been the key to that success in the front court?
Yeah, I feel like a lot of that has to do with how close we are off the court. Like I said before, we love playing with each other. And especially tonight was for those two, for Dara and Evo. So just kind of, we're back like nothing ever changed for real. So it's good.
And Coach, how does a win like this prepare you to go on the road, final game of the season against Louisville?
I think it's great. It's good energy going on the road. Again, taking care of business on our home court. utilizing the energy of our crowd, and then knowing that, you know, Sundays is a huge matchup, being away on the road, our last opportunity, you know, to make our push. And we're really excited. But again, 2 dominant wins versus Pitt, and Georgia Tech is really a confidence booster for us.
I know we kind of talked about this yesterday, but knowing what, you know, the stage right now with the ACC and Duke and what's going on there, you know, does this let you kind of relax just a little bit for the next 72 hours?
Absolutely. Like I talked to them about just controlling our own destiny. You know, we're in a different position than we were my first year, my second year. We've done a great job putting ourselves in a great position, and whatever's going to happen is going to happen. I'm just proud of my team and excited for one more before the tournament.
Yes.
The team only had 9 turnovers, which I'm trying to look real quick, but it might be the low of the season. How do you feel about how your team took care of the ball, even though it was kind of a back and forth kind of hectic game?
Yeah, well, I'm super proud of that stat. We talk about having a positive assist to turnover ratio a lot, and we went through a couple stretches, a couple weeks, that was something that we were focused on, making better plays, making better decisions. So I'm really excited about that stat. I honestly didn't see that. So again, it's something that we're working on a lot. I'm putting them in a lot of scenarios with our practice team for them to handle pressure, and then again making decisions. So I'm proud of that stat. It's great, something we've been working on, so it doesn't look like it's paying off.
And you kind of touched it already, but there's, you know, a lot of star power on this team. We did 5 different players scoring double figures. What does that mean, kind of going into, you know, tournament time, to have so many different people that can kind of step up for you?
Yeah, I think it's awesome. I think we're, like she said, they're very close off the court and on the court, and it shows their unselfishness with each other. And I love that style of play, and it shows the balance that we have. You can't lock in on one person on our team, and I think that makes us dangerous. So I love seeing, you know, 5, 6 people in double figures.